da, da. Whatever. Okay. Anyways, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I forgot to update that. What the fuck do you mean? That is what it is. Alright, whatever. We'll go with it. Update. Alright, what's up gamers, and gamettes? My name is John and welcome back to His Chuunibyou Cannot Be Cured. Once again, freaking, yeah, man. We're gonna go back from where we left off from the previous game, Chuunibyou, which is literally the same thing of this game, but that was a demo. We're gonna try to get as fast as we could. Let's see if this is gonna take 2 hours again. Like, oh my god. But, yeah, and no face cam for this episode until we get to, like, you know, the actual part of it and see how this is gonna go. But you know what, enough of me blabbling, like rambling, and I got my water so I don't freaking die of a dry throat yesterday. Alright, let's start this, shall we? Alright. Teacher, I keep messing up his name. No, not his name, but like last name? I think that's his last name? I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm mostly wrong at some things sometimes. Like, it's just, yeah. Alright, but anyways. Mrs. Tsushima, pay attention. I looked her up drowsily, only to see my teacher looking straight at me with an annoyed expression. I guess I had fallen asleep in class again. Oh gosh, even I got tired. Yesterday, the team and I had stayed up late working well into the night. You don't say, well into the night, you know. I'm sorry. Anyways. Yeah. We had been testing some early builds for the first scene of the game. Since we already have some art, music, and writing, we figured it would be the right time to try putting everything together and see how it would go. Whoops. Alright. Whoops. Damn freaking synthesizer. In a dumb way. Obviously, it didn't work out that well, but at least we know now what to do for our next dev session. Finally, we're making some real progress. It may not even be 1% of the whole project, but at least it's something. And besides, we all know there can't be 100% with 1% missing. At the very least, it's a start. I am quite sleepy though. Suddenly, something very light hits me on the head, bounces off, and falls on the floor. Is that a piece of paper? I look behind discreetly, trying to figure out who had thrown the paper ball. Oh, what, really? AI? Wait, that was the first one. I remember from the last one, it was Takaharu that threw the, like, or was it Sumiki? I don't know. I think it was either those two that threw paper ball that wanted us to pay attention. But whatever. Oh, okay, since we're playing her route, might as well, right? Alright. AI is drawn quietly on a piece of paper, but she glances at me, then quickly averts her eyes away. Oh, that's cute. Oh, so it is definitely AI. I bend down picking up the piece of paper and smoothing it out. It's nothing but a small chibi drawing of a guy looking straight into a blackboard as the teacher character is teaching in front. Oh, there should be a picture. There should be a little picture for that. Oh my god, that's cute, actually. Oh wait, what? Twitter? Twitter? What is with the Twitter? Or was that just an old one from the before? Oh, visual noveler, nice, with the new game. Alright, nice. Chaotic. Totally awesome. Anyways, sorry about that. Yeah, it's nothing again. It's so cute that I can't help myself but put it inside my pocket, even though it's obviously just a scratch paper. Aw, whatever, man. I look back at AI, at least, AI at least smiled at her, but she simply wouldn't meet my gaze. I just smiled to myself. Da-da-da-dots. Well, that certainly woke me up. Mrs. Tsushima, I'm glad you're finally awake now, but I will not tolerate with you smiling like an idiot in my class. Oh, get wrecked! I can feel my face heat up in embarrassment. Sorry, sir. Pay attention. I sighed to myself. Guess I better feign attention now, then. Finally, the class is dismissed for a recess break. The students start getting up one by one, most likely hurrying to the cafeteria. I bet the place is jam-packed, as always given the number of hungry students in this school. Come to think of it, I don't even remember the last time we got to eat there. Wait, I thought you did. Okay, whatever. It's always... Oh, what the hell? Oh, okay, no, yeah, this is from earlier from before. Come on, tablet, get up your game. I really gotta update this, man. Snap. It's always full with full with students, and it's practically impossible to secure a seat. What more, a table for 5 students? Wait, I'm gonna get to that CG already? If so, I'm gonna turn back my camera on and probably gonna edit this. Man, I wonder if oh, excuse me. Gosh. Forget fruits. Man, I wonder if they have banoffee pie right now. I probably said that wrong. I'm listening to the background music. It's like... Okay. Sure would love to get some to satisfy my craving right now. What a drag. As I start gathering up my things as well, our teacher suddenly speaks. Oh, by the way, I forgot to inform you earlier, but all members of the game development... Oh, we're gonna talk to the head of the Hellstone. Okay, I remember this thing. Okay. The game development room are asked to go to the auditorium in the club building. We've been told that there's be a surprise waiting for all of you young developers. I stopped in my tracks. Almost automatically, I looked at all of my other teammates, watching for their reaction. I can't be sure, but the curiosity and interest in their eyes most probably reflect my own feelings at the moment. That is all I can say. All 5 of us in our class exchange glances. We don't have to say anything, but I'm pretty sure we're all thinking of the same thing right now. Oh, here we go again. I wonder if we're gonna see the person this time over here in the podium. The class auditorium is pretty large and classy place for the club building, at least. It seems to be... Oh, this is a new one. This is a new background music. I don't think I heard this one during last time. It seems to be almost as large as the actual school auditorium, where school events and school speeches are usually held. To be honest, this is actually the first time inside this auditorium, considering the fact that the club building wasn't even existing up until a year ago. One more thing that I find surprising is the number of students currently here right now. Yeah, look at all the students. One more thing I find surprising is the number of students currently here right now. If I'm not mistaken, only members of the game development club was asked to come here for the surprise announcement. However, judging from the appearance of the crowd, I estimated around 300 students in here right now. Are all these students from our school? Some of them don't seem to be from around here. I see someone different in a different uniform. Yep, definitely not everyone here is from our school. But if that's the case, then that's even more strange. Why are so many students from different schools gathered in one school auditorium on a random school day? Yuri leans closer to me as she cups her hand over my ears for a whisper. This isn't normal. Tsumiki turns to us with a serious expression on her face. I heard you. I heard that, Yui, and yes, you are right. There is definitely something going on here. AI just looking around, observing everyone. Meanwhile, Takahara seems to be picking out the programs he knows from the big crowd in front of us. Whoa, this is awesome. This is like a meeting for all the aspiring game developers from Sapporo. Totally awesome. Ah, crud. The 4 of us all look at Takahara in surprise. This is Sapporo? Everyone here is all over from Sapporo? Bleh. Hey, I know I'm saying that wrong. Yeah. He nods enthusiastically, his eyes sparkling like stars. Isn't that amazing? I wonder if we can talk to the other people over there. Student developers from all over Sapporo. Young artists into Sapporo. Student musicians to Sapporo. Chikar just grins while the rest of us still feel very overwhelmed. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like this is gonna be something big. Yep. If we could please get everyone's attention. Looks like it's starting. Sumiki just nods, putting a finger to her lip. Please take a seat, settle in down. We'll be starting in a few minutes. The five of us walk a little closer into the front before taking our seats at some of the available chairs. We all have we all have no idea what exactly will be starting in a few minutes, but I can feel everyone's excitement in the room. It's very overwhelming to say at the very least. My heart is beating fast and my hands are feeling clammy. I never felt anything like this before. Greetings, young developers of Sapporo. A murmur of excitement starts. Oh, new one. Alright. Rise from the crowd. Every second that passes is adding to the feeling of anticipation in the whole room. As we all know, in the recent years, there has been a surge in the game development industry. More and more students are getting interested in the working industry when they graduate someday. More and more universities are adding up to game development to their list of available majors for all those interested in young people. As high school students, all of you here have a major advantage. You are at a much better positions than someone who had started at a later stage of their life. You have made the right choice to start young. Many people, this is new. Many people in the auditorium start clapping. Even if I can't help but feel both proud and happy in the announcer's words. Glancing at my teammates, it seems like they feel the same. For 5 years now, countries from all over the world have been matching up against each other in the annual game development competition for the year. Japan has never been interested in joining, but this year marks the change for that we've all been waiting for. This year, Japan will be competing in the international competition, and some of you here may get the chance and privilege to represent our country. Are you ready for the challenge? This time the crowd goes wild, and obviously just how pumped everybody is. Whoa. This is much better than I thought. This is wonderful. I never thought I would feel this way. Man, it's about time. There is a reason why Japan is competing this year. Why all of you are here is because of one special company. The excitement murmurs started out once again, getting even louder. Dude, they're gonna say it. They're gonna say it. Thanks to them, young developers from all over Japan will get a chance to compete. They have offered to sponsor the team who would be who will be competing in the international competition. Aside from that, they will also offer to train the chosen team in their own headquarters before competition. Whoa, that's darn amazing. He turns to me, the stars still shining brightly in his eyes. June, we have to win. I don't care what else we have accomplished in our life, but we have to win this. I let a slight chuckle, finding it both funny and amusing just how hyped he is about this. Looking at him from the distance, he doesn't seem like the kind of person who would be so giddy over game development. But as someone who has known Takahara for quite some time, I know he's not just any typical aspiring developer. Believe me, he's really has the skill in him. Well, we'll certainly do our best. This company is headed by one special man, a man who has single-handedly managed to change the face of the gaming in Japan, and today he wishes to speak to all of you. The loud collected gasps from the crowd fill every corner of the auditorium halls. Please welcome Mr. Isa Kabir, the CEO of Hailstorm. The cheers and collapse that follow on Mr. CEO's reveals are almost enough to make... Interesting. make me deaf for a few seconds, but I no longer care. At this point in time, all I care about is the fact that I am here in the school club auditorium, along with 200 other potential contestants in the sponsorship, listening to Hellstorm CEO himself. There's no way I'd rather be here than now here. Wait, what? Oh, now this is what he looks like. Finally, we got like a sprite out of him and a nice image of this character, Mr. CEO himself. Dope. Honestly, really dope. The man comes up to the stand from backstage is nothing like what I had imagined him to be. Before this moment, I had imagined Hellstorm CEO to be slightly nerdy, perhaps even geeky and surely clever man who had managed to climb the top ladders of the country's development industry in just a few years. But the man who approached the microphone was nothing like that. He looks old, perhaps at his late 50s. But he seems possesses the creativity of a younger brother, and the wit of an older brother, the strength of a father, and the kindness of a grandfather. Although he was nothing like I imagined, I can definitely see how he managed to earn himself the top spot in one leading industry in the countries to date. So this is the CEO of Hellstorm. He looks like he could be my grandpops.
I don't know, man. He seems... Wow, I don't know what to say.
The ellipses. I glanced at the silent Takahara beside me. His eyes are shining so brightly that I could have sworn he's gotten tears in them right now. Well, I guess Isa Kabir is pretty much one of Takahara's idols. What did I do the voice for this guy again? Holy crap. I think I'm gonna try to do an old grandpa impression. Hold on. Oh, this is gonna kill my voice a lot. Greetings, my dearest young developers of Subaru. Everybody starts cheering again, and we all can't help but cheer alongside everyone else.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
The emotions is in this place. Hot diggity dang. Alright, sorry. The emotions in this place are running so high in this place that it's impossible not to get yourself carried away. Oh, nice pose. Alright. Actually, hold on. Why does it get like a slightly cut right here? Like a little bit, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, can I see which one of you here are the artists? Plenty of hands shoot up, almost half in fact. Yeah, looks around as she raises her own hand elegantly. What about the writers? Several hands also rise up in the air. Tsubiki hesitantly raises her hand, not even higher than hers, but Yui takes her hand and raises it higher. Oh, Yui. What about the musicians? There are many musicians than there are artists or writers, but there also seem to be around 3 dozen or more. Yuri raises her hand proudly. Aww. And lastly, programmers. This time, around 1/4 of the students in the room raises their hands. Takahara just raises his hand nonchalantly, but I see that he's also trying his hardest not to burst into excitement. It is very nice to see you all in here. Thank you for coming to my little event. I looked at Mr. Kabir. I see something in his eyes. Joy, perhaps a hint of pride. When I was young, many years ago. Now don't ask how long that was. A light chuckle exhales from the crowd. The game industry was only starting to rear its beautiful head in our beloved country. I was one of the few indie game developer enthusiasts in my time. Back then, game development, especially on the indie level, was considered a nerdy, geeky activity that was only enjoyed by solitary people who had nothing to do with their time. In other words, the nerd kids, the geek kicks, the loser kicks. The whole room falls into a hush. Mr. Kabir's eyes are still shining as brightly as ever. I don't know what the reason for this is, but it seems fascinating. Of course, I never let myself become affected by their words. There you go, Mr. Kabir. I love creating games. I created games for the sake of it. I created games because I loved it. Back then, the technology to create games was not as advanced as your tools have been at your disposal now. Game development was not an easy task. If you think it's hard now, imagine how it was many years ago. Back when we still had to manually do every little thing. Automation was a godsend, believe me. Again, the crowd laughs quietly. Despite that though, I never gave up. No matter what other people told me, no matter what hardship I had to face, I believed in myself because I loved what I was doing. In love, there is no obstacle hard enough that you could not overcome. I looked around me. In this auditorium are hundreds of other students who are also aspiring to reach the same dream that I'm also inspiring. Some of them may be better than me, some not, but the point is, all of us are trying to get there. I've always told myself that I wouldn't give up. Sometimes it gets really hard, but watching Mr. Kabir make his speech now, I think I was right in not giving up. He was right in not giving up. I'm sure you've been informed of my decision to sponsor teams that would be representing Japan in the international competition next year. All of you here are open to join All of you here are open to join the auditions near the end of the semester. However, I would like to ask one request of you before you make your final decision. Everyone holds their breath and not me. I'm sorry, I'm losing my breath already too. Oh my god, excuse me. Not wanting to make a single noise in fear of missing what Mr. Kabir is about to say. Please try your best to finish at least one project on your own this semester before your auditions. Creating your own project would be a good practice for it is to come in your game development journey, and also it is the way to gauge your current skill level in whatever element of game development you've chosen to focus on. I believe that all of you are worthy of creating your own game, but are you all ready to prove that you are also worthy to represent your own country? The answer lies in your hands, my dear children. Takahara takes a deep breath. Oh my god, I really put a passion on that one, that freaking line. I really like that line. Oh my god. Alright, here we go. Don't ever forget to never stop believing in yourself. He is one hell of a motivational speaker. You may be just young student developers now, but with hard work and dedication, you will surely reach your dreams. Who knows, the button developers of today may be innovators of the future. Oh my god, excuse me, I'm sorry. Ooh. Dang fruits. Alright. Oh, yeah, there it is again. I'm sorry. Pineapples. Freaking pineapples, man. Whew. Alright. And it is all up to you. I hope to see you all at the auditions. Again, the crowd goes wild. It's obvious just how much impact the speech has done to all of us in the room. Right now, I bet even those who still weren't sure whether they should join or not have finally gotten their answer. And I bet I can guess what their answer will be.
We definitely gotta win this competition. Yes, we will.
We can certainly try. We'll do our best. Amidst all the cheering and excitement murmurs, I turned to my teammate with a huge smile on my face. Let's do this. Yeah. Let's go, team, go. After the excitement announcement, we were all instructed to go back to our respective classes for the next period, much to our dismay.
Man, I gotta go.
I'm waiting.
Man, I thought they were gonna excuse us for the rest of the day.
I mean, could skip a shit. I'm thinking. As if they'd do that anyway.
Yeah, what a bummer.
You shouldn't have gotten your hopes up, Yui.
Yeah, man.
AI just stares at her while Sumiki pats her back, smiling slightly as she does so. That is alright, Yui. At least, we will not miss any lessons in class. Yui looks at her as if she was crazy.
What the?
Takahari just nudges her. This is why you're not on top of the class.
Whatever.
She rolls her eyes as we all laugh. Shall we meet later today? Yeah. We already finished another idea sheet for the next scene, haven't we?
Let's just do it in class.
What for? Yui blinks at him, then gives him a hesitant smile.
For a change?
We can do that. Fine. That too is fine with me. Sumiki turns to me, a question in her eyes. June? I'm about to say yes when I suddenly realize something. Where did I put this idea sheet? Don't tell me I left it in the club room. Yep, I definitely did. What a hassle. I scratched the back of my head, trying to figure out who to excuse myself from my teammates. Wait, I have to go back and get something from our room. But we aren't going back to our room right now. I mean the club room. Sumiki looks at me suspiciously. Yeah, I left the idea sheet. Yuri and Aya both frowned at me.
Man, what a hassle.
Dots. Maybe you should go get it. That was what I was thinking. Takahiro looks at me with a hesitating expression on his face. Should we get back now, or? Yeah, don't wait up on me. Okay, see you in class. And we're gonna meet the freaking CEO himself. But this time, his sprite version, instead of like a voice. So that's good. And here comes more straining in my voice. It's the floor specifically dedicated. Oh, I forgot the other thing. Whatever. Dedicated in the Young Developers Club members. Right now, there's an expedition for all game development teams. Bleh. I have to get some paper and that I left during our last group meeting. Man, how stupid was I not to realize that the school papers were also placed in the same pile? Stupid June. Sometimes I wish I wasn't so stupid, and sometimes I wish I was able to use my wish-granting powers. With my mind preoccupied and my eyes not focused in front of me, I accidentally hit something in the middle of the hallway. Or rather, someone. Oh, I'm sorry, I looked up at the person I had just bumped into, intending to give them an apologetic smile. However, my eyes grow wider as I realize who that person is. Hey, there you go. Mr. Isa Kabir? The older man, I also known as the CEO and founder of Hellstorm, smiles at me in the way that only someone with a lot of experience in life can do. For a few moments, I feel everything dim around me, as I head feels much lighter than before. Whoa, careful there, young one. He holds me up with one arm. His grip surprisingly very strong for someone his age. As my mind starts to accept the fact that I just had bumped into the company president himself in the hallway of the 3rd floor, I begin to panic. Mr. Kabir, it's you! You're the founder and the CEO of Hellstorm! His small eyes get even smaller as he smiles as he at me warmly. Bleh. Yes, I believe you got the right Isa Kabir, my boy. I nod, feeling the stars shining in my eyes. I guess this is how Takahara also feels whenever he sees one of his idols going about. Gotta admit, it pretty feels rad right now. It's a pretty rad feeling. May I ask you what you're doing on this floor? Are you interested in checking out the game development teams here? But yeah, I understand you may not be interested in the new teams. Oh, but hey, I guess not, since the company is going to sponsor the game development teams for the upcoming competition for the youth, right? I do think, Mr. Kabir, sir, that you're one hell of an, that you're doing one hell of an awesome job. What do you think, what do you think should be our country's next move? He raises his eyebrow as I meet, looking amused. Somehow, I finally gotten over a starstruck feeling, and now I just want to interview him about everything I could possibly interview him about. Whoa. Slow down, my boy. I'm actually here for the game development exhibits. You're correct. We are interested in training young teams as we think they can help us ensuring a sustainable future for the technology and development in our country. Mr. Kabir suddenly smiles, and certain shine appearing in his eyes once more again. I still don't fully understand what the light in his eyes mean, but it's something that I would like to see one more time. If I'm not mistaken, you are also one of these young developers, is that right? Are you a writer? Perhaps an artist? I'm honored that you remember me. I'm actually neither. I'm currently the director of our group. I'll help out with organization and management, though I'm also planning to become one of the voice actors once our current game is complete. The older man nods apprehensively. I see. Why, that's an interesting mix of skill. If you develop them further, I'm sure you'll bring a change in your generation. He suddenly turns to the exposition list in the pamphlet in his hand, quickly skimming over each presentation with an obvious skilled and trained eye. Let's see, which one of these works belong to your team? We weren't able to do anything for the exposition this year, but we promise that next year that we'll do our best to show something. He pauses, then glances at me. Oh! Hey! I like this! I like this theme music. Oh, I need that. Water. I'm sorry, I'm getting into it. That's good. That is good. I liked your attitude. What's your name? My name is Chuunibyou, sir. All of a sudden, that smile of his kind of face disappears, replaced by a confused gaze. Mitsushima. I don't know why, but my heart suddenly feels like it's just gonna drop to my stomach. There's this weird feeling of uneasiness and anxiety that suddenly start to envelop my whole body. Mr. Kabir, is there any problem? He looks at me distractedly, giving me a reassuring smile. However, his gaze seems to pierce through me 100 miles much further away than I am. No, not a problem at all. He's not a good hiding his feelings at all, is he? I just happen to know a certain Mitsushima family. Some old acquaintances of mine. My ears perked up in interest. Mitsushima, sir? May I know their names? Maybe I know them. As far as I know, most Mitsushimas are part of my family. Mr. Kabir smiles at me kindly, shaking his head. No, that's quite alright. Perhaps I was just mistaken. It's been a long time after all. I hope I am. After all, that couldn't be that small, could it? Sir? He just smiled, shaking his head. Oh, damn. I said it's alright, my boy. Don't worry about it. Oh, I see. Oh well, it would have been cool if we both knew the guy. A guy can dream. Fate wouldn't be so playful, would she? Sir? Will you join my company auditions, my boy? Yes, sir. Alright. It was nice meeting you then. He smiles at me again and starts walking away. For a while, I just stand there feeling kind of starstruck. Wow, I can't believe it. I got to have a close encounter with Hailstorm CEO himself. Takahara will get so envious. By the way, he suddenly stops walking and looks back at me, his eyes shining like he's amused about something. The audition will be faceless and anonymous. We, as judges, will never know your real identity before the end of the auditions. We will only know once you get chosen. Mr. Kabir gives me a warm, kind smile for one more time. I hope to see you there, Jun Misushima. Yes, sir. He nods at me and turns his back once more. Finally, he disappears around the corner. Wait, did he just say that he'd like to see my team win the auditions? I don't know what could be more motivating than that. Whatever happens next, I'm sure we can face it with a smile. Let's go, team. Two guys coming up from the one of the rooms, both looking at me strangely. Sorry. Forgot that I don't have my team with me right now. They just shake their heads as they go their way. That guy's weird. Yeah, I heard strange rumors about him. I can't help but smile, still feeling excited about everything. I can feel it in my bones. This is definitely the start of a journey to reaching our dreams. Just wait for it, world. You'll see. But first, the idea sheet. After class, I decided not to go home immediately first. But where should I go? Hey! Oh wait, I'm gonna quick save this though. I am definitely gonna quick save this. Just in case, my dudes. Just in case. Alright, cool. And what other... God dang it, Discord. Freaking... I keep forgetting the name, but I'm in the CF Gaming. Yeah, see, I really never comment that much, honestly. Well, not really. I mean, just Waifu Fight Dangle style. Or like... Tayama Kaguya visual novel room, but... Yeah. But mostly I'm just Waifu Fight. Well, they are nifty people. Alright, let's go to our freaking artists. I decide to go to the library, hoping that a peaceful setting will help calm me down. And calm down I definitely have to do, or else I will burst from from the extreme excitement that I am feeling. Or is it really excitement, to be more precise? I'm feeling so many different emotions right now that I'm threatening to burst from all the internal pressure. My emotions range from excited to amazed to nervous, even. But once I get to the library, it's pretty obvious that even the quiet setting won't be able to help me control my emotions. I don't think even the Rubber Man comics can do something about me right now. Thinking of it is my last resort. I hurriedly look for AI inside the library. I find her near the aisle where the Rubber Man comics once again drawn silently on her sketchpad. Hey, AI! This time I make sure to whisper so I won't bother all the other people in the library. AI seems to be engrossed in what she's drawn though, because even in the close proximity to her and her direct communications won't be able to go near even a single glance from the young artist. Ellipses. Not giving up, I sit down next to her, just watching her sketch and shade. I'm almost literally bursting with emotions right now, and I just have to share it with someone. After a few moments, just watching her as she continued with her work, obviously she finally notices me and gives me a little nod. What brings you here? Aren't you happy to see me? AI just looks at me blankly and glances at her sketchpad. Even that isn't enough for someone as dense as me to understand. Sorry if I disturbed you or anything. I'm just so happy today that I couldn't think of anyone else that I can go to. She stares at me, her face still devoid of expression. Shall I also go tell someone if I'm very happy? Her question catches me off guard. Well, it's not really like that, I guess. But it's always much better if you can share your happiness with someone, isn't it? I'm happy too. You don't look happy. I peer closer into her face, teasing her a little. Dots. I glance at her sketch pad. I feel my heart water time. Throat is killing me. Okay. Kind of reminds me of that other visual novels theme back then. I think it was like Tudu, the one with the fox and the bird. Like that studio that, yeah. A little bit. It kind of reminds me of that theme in a way. It was still a beautiful story, man, but it got a little bit too fast in a way. I feel my heart warming at the sight of that I see. While AI may be hard-pressed to show emotions in real life, her drawings are a whole other thing. People laughing in other various scenes, depicturing happiness, seem to be her theme for the day. Well, what do you know? To my surprise, a little smile appears on her otherwise emotionless face. Aww, I told you so. I grin at her, half in agreement and half in relief that she finally showed me a little glimpse into her emotions. Are we happy because of the same reason? AI nods. Then she frowns, her forehead showing the slightest of wrinkling. But, yeah? Oh my god, here we go again with this. My art. I feel that it's not good enough. I give her a look as though she was a crazy woman. At least crazy enough to think that she's outrageous thoughts. Are you kidding me? How can your art possibly not be good enough? It's not the style that I'm used to. Well, what style are you used to? She just shakes her head, keeping her lips sealed. I think back to all the times that I saw AI drawings. And all those times she's been doing manga art, the same one she's doing now. Something suddenly tugs in my memory, and I remember the first time I ever saw AI. Right, she was using the soft style then, something completely different from manga art. I look back at her, her eyes staring at me like sparkling emeralds. Ellipses. Hey, alright, your art is too good enough for anything, okay? And I mean anything, so don't worry so much. Ellipses. Okay. I just smiled, relieved that she didn't press the issue even more. I kinda don't want to walk about too much of art because that will only open more topics on which she wouldn't want to answer. Wait, didn't we said this one before? No, but except some of the dialogue changed though. If it makes her uncomfortable, then it's better for me to drop it. I know because I already tried that before. I tried asking her about the prior experiences with art once, but she wouldn't say anything regarding that. I think I pushed her way too much because even after that, she wouldn't talk to me normally. For a few days, she was extremely cautious whenever I asked her something, even if it's no longer related. Come to think of it, I wonder what she's hiding. I just stare at the blue-haired girl as she goes back at her drawing once again, devoid of any expressions. It's as if she saved up all her emotions that was supposed to show on her face and put them in her drawings instead. Knowing her, the answer to my question is probably a lot. I smile, shaking my head. Not that I mind. Transition. The school bell rings, signifying signifying the end of the class and the start of the lunch break. Oh, okay, we're getting close there. We're getting close to the CG. Yep, we're getting closer to CG. My goodness gracious, and it's almost freaking 2 o'clock in the morning. It's basically 2 o'clock in the morning. Alright, for me and my team, wait, how long has it been? It's been only 44 minutes. Oh wow. Alright, cool. Cool. Wait, what? Full-time achievement, part-time, full-time, overtime, achievement unlock on Twitch. That's cute. Alright, for me and my team, though, it means time to discuss important game stuff. Or in other words, eating together in the cafeteria time. Okay, I know how this is gonna go. Oh, this is gonna get really heavy in a bit. As always, the cafeteria is jam-packed, but thanks to Kaharu's speedy moves, he already managed to snag us a table for 5 before the swarm of starving creatures, also known as human beings, flocked into place. Recently, we realized we only meet up in the club room, so we decided to do something differently, like eat in the cafeteria for a change.
I'm hungry. Can I get a bite?
Yui moves her hand to grab one of the slices of bread off the table, only for Takaharu to swat it away. Not without the other two.
You guys are such...
I smoked a little at Taka. You're pretty disciplined today. He just gives me a thumbs up, looking quite confident about himself. Aren't I always? Yui scrawls at his answer.
Nope, no way now. Won't you give me something to eat?
I shake my head at the sudden change of emotion on her face. She certainly knows how to adjust herself based on the situation. Yui, we can all eat after Samiki and AI arrive.
Sheesh.
She faces away from us, looking slightly upset. I would love to ponder her sulking, if only for the fun of it, but it's probably best to focus on Takaharu for now. After all, there is one thing that I'm a little bit curious about. Hey Taka, how come you were able to get us a table today? You know that student's assistant who serves here sometimes? Who? He cranes his neck looking for someone to amidst the sea of people. For a few seconds, he just looks around seemingly searching for something, or rather someone. Ah, there she is. He points into the distance towards a young woman who is currently getting some dirty dishes from the table at the opposite end of the cafeteria. The moment he catches her eye, he smiles, and she smiles back a little shyly. Yui gives him a naughty grin.
So, are you dating her?
Takaharu's face immediately turns into a deep shade of red. No! Don't be silly. I'm just tutoring her.
Oh, in exchange for this table.
It's part of the deal.
And what's the other part, eh?
She moves her eyebrows up and down in a suggestive way, obviously insinuating something. I can't help but chuckle at her little antics. Taka's face growing redder. No, don't be stupid, Yui.
What? I'm just saying.
Just saying nothing. Da-da-da-dots. Hesitantly, he takes a stolen glance at the girl's direction. His eyes widen all of a sudden before snapping his head back down.
Oi, what's the...
She glances at the girl's direction too and bursts into laughter.
Aw, man.
My curiosity gets the best of me and I turn to where they were looking, only to see the girl talking happily to a fairly decent young man who seems to be trying to help her with her load.
Guess your brains is no match for that guy's brawn, eh, Taka?
Da-da-da-dots. Taka doesn't say anything, still keeping his head down low. Before Yui could launch into another attack, the other two members finally arrive. My, I never thought this place could be so unpeaceful. She plops down right beside me while Aeon remains standing at the side of the table. Her face blank as always, but it's pretty obvious that she's concerned about something.
What's the matter?
Slowly, she brings her two hands from her ears. It's so noisy here. The rest of us can't help but chuckle at her little reaction. It's true, it's pretty noisy here in the cafeteria. But it's kind of but it's the kind of noise that one would miss in this solitude. AI pouts, putting down her sketch pad on the table. Why are people so noisy? Sumiki smiles gently at her. She guides the other girl to sit down. Sit. There you go. Does she do like a fucking... AI just stares right in front of her. Her face once again lacking any form of emotion. We rarely go here. We rarely go here anyway, AI. So, it's best to make the most of it today. Hesitantly, AI nods. Okay. Sumiki smiles again before turning her eyes towards the middle of the table. I see you have prepared. Have you gotten these foods for us?
Of course. We didn't want to start without you two.
I give Yui an "oh really" look, which she really returns with a sheepish grin. Thank you, Yui. That was very thoughtful of you. I make a fake gagging motion, which Takaharu seems to find funny. Yui, however, is not amused, but I'm sure she already used to our kind of teasing.
Can we finally eat now?
Feel free.
Hooray! Here we go. Food!
She dives right into the slice of bread, looking like a kid in an amusement park. Takaharu goes for his favorite bacon pork, while AI and Sumiki both gets more modest portions of food. I, myself, interested in trying to find out about butter bread. Oh, here we go again with more drama.
Well, look at what we have here.
I recognize that voice anywhere. The five of us are busy eating we didn't even notice the arrival of our rival group, aka the bane of our existence in... Oh my god, excuse me. Fucking pineapple. Of our existence in this school. It's Kagura's team again. What an awfully typical way of interrupting somebody's lunch.
What are you small fries doing over here? As far as I know, you're supposed to remain locked inside that tiny little room of yours, cramming your progress of a failure of a game. You don't have any time to waste here in the cafeteria, where people who's not such suckers as you can enjoy the food.
I can feel my blood starts to boil at his words. What did my team ever do to him, wrong to him and his group? Fuck berries. I turn around to answer him, but Sumiki speaks up before I can even have a chance to open my mouth. What are we doing here? Eating, as you clearly see. Unless you are too dumb to determine the activity we are currently engaged in. I almost spit on my food with her answer. Sumiki scolds me all the time, but rarely refers to my mental capacity while doing so. What's gotten into her? Even the rest of Kaguri's group looked equally shocked as my own. Obviously, Kaguri's not pleased by this rebellious reply.
What did you say?
Did you not hear me? Are you not mentally impaired, but also physically impaired? I apologize. I don't want to be I do not want to be unkind to the people who require assistance.
Look here, you stupid.
Come to think of it, perhaps I should apologize for calling you impaired. That would be a grave insult to those who generally suffer from disabilities to be putting them in the same category as you. Dots. Kagura looks really pissed. Maybe I should have stopped Sumiki when I had the chance. So he moves over to her. He leans over her much smaller form. He looks her straight in the eye. I feel myself heated up even at the moment at the sight.
You're gonna regret saying those. You're gonna regret your words, you little piece of...
Kaguri, we can't cause any ruckus here.
I don't care about that. You heard what this woman said. You'll think I'll let her get away with it.
Sumiki, dots. Sumiki's trying her best to look brave, but I can see oh my god. I can see from the way that her arm is slightly shuddering. Even her courage is starting to ebb away from her. Both frustration and anger are quickly bubbling up from inside me, threatening to get out. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. The sight of Kagori antagonizing my own teammates is just too much for me. I rub my wrist furiously, trying to conjure my powers without closing my eyes. It's hard to concentrate, but I need my power to be activated right now. The power of wishes. Now is a good time to use than any. If I activate it and wish for everything to stop, I'm sure it will solve the dilemma in a pinch. I needed to be able to help Sumiki. I needed to be able to do something. Why won't it work? Why don't you just punch him square in the face, mate? AI normally blank expression is now replaced with one in terror. Damn it. Takara wouldn't even dare to look at Kagori's team. It won't work before back when I was a kid. Why won't it work now? Even you, who's usually the most outspoken one in our group, could barely say anything. I'm useless. I can't help my team. I can't do anything. Why won't it work just when I need it the most? To my surprise, I see Kagori looking straight at me, making a grin on his face.
Let me guess. You trying to make your powers work, aren't you? You believe you have powers, don't you, small fry?
I stare at him angrily with daggers in my eyes. I could let it go if it was just me, but no. He chose to involve my teammates in this. I can't just let it go. Kagori's irritating grin only grows bigger. To my greater annoyance, he turns towards his own team, along with about half other people in the cafeteria getting their attention.
Look at this guy. He believes he has powers. But can you believe it? He doesn't. He's completely delusional. I feel all the anger surging through my veins just like blood. I can't take it anymore. This has gone too far and gone far too long. I open my mouth to say something, only to be cut off by someone else. And CG! CG time! CG fucking time! But I already got this already, so I'm gonna get this other CG once again. And it's not gonna be the demo stopping. Yeah. I'm sorry. Alright, stop it. To my surprise, AI suddenly stands up, staring at Kagori right in the eyes. Stop it, or else. Her sudden rebellious attitude seems to not only shock the team, but also the bully himself. For a moment, none of us could utter a single word. Even Kagori, who probably has the most obnoxiously loud mouth in the world, could not say a thing in the face of AI's quiet anger. Dots. The blue-haired artist turns to me, her face still expressionless. Only do I realize how truly scary it is to see someone so angry and yet so devoid of any emotion. My thoughts travel back to all the expressive and extremely detailed drawings. Did AI really let go of her own emotions in order to recapture them in her art? Because that would certainly explain a lot of things. And I mean a lot. Are you alright, June? Her question takes me aback, much to my surprise. Though, to be honest, I really don't know why I should be surprised. Am I surprised that she's showing me some sort of emotion? Concerned at that? Yeah. Her now sturdy gaze looks back at Kagori, who these are some new dialogues, I think, until now still hasn't said a single word. Kagori, stay away from June. Every single word that comes out from her mouth sounds almost authoritative, almost like it's forcing you to listen to what she's saying or do what you're told, whatever. You haven't had the slightest clue of what he has to go through. Oh my god. My god, shit got real. Shit got real, son. And you haven't had the slightest right to judge him. So if you have the slightest respect for yourself, it would be best if you stay away from him, from me, from all of us. The whole student body inside this cafeteria, including all the parties involved, just stare at her as she makes her little speech. Truth is, I never heard AI say this much, and I bet none of the others have too.
It's rare enough for her to speak for more than 30 seconds, let alone about something this intense too. I've practically forgotten all about the bullying incident, and I could have only focused on the unusual situation happening in front of me. And it seems like Kagori has too.
Why, you?
It seems like a few moments of silence have finally caught on to him, and now he looks visibly annoyed and irritated. I guess he didn't hedge a bet on the possibility that AI, of all people, would stand up to him like this. It's about time someone finally did, though. About time that someone finally gave Kagori a taste of his own medicine.
How dare you talk to me like that?
Oh wait, that way, whatever. He starts walking towards AI, an almost deadly look in his eyes. I guess not a lot of people stand up to Kagori, and it's obviously that a little act of rebellion angered him greatly. However, my reflex serves to be much faster than him at the moment. As quickly as hard as I can, I kicked him right in the shin, sending him staggering a few steps back.
Ow!
He grabs his lower leg as he starts hissing and howling in pain. When I was a kid, Shiro had accidentally pushed me forward up the stairs. I ended up falling on my knee, but not before hitting my shin on the step. Only then did I get to experience my first hell on earth. The pain didn't last long, but for a few seconds, that it did. It was absolutely excruciating. That's how I learned that shin hits are certainly no joke. And looking at Kagori's pain face, they certainly didn't disappoint either.
You'll both pay for this.
I'll just give him a blank as the look that AI gives to everyone. Send me the bill, bitch.
You'll regret this overconfidence, Mrs. Shima. I'll make sure that your luck runs out, as that it should have many years ago.
Dots. I want to know what the story behind that is, to be honest. We're probably going to find out later on. As the crowd laughs around, Kagori's team start to half helping, half dragging him and his limping form out from the cafeteria. The moment they disappeared from our sight, I immediately breathed out a sigh of relief. Phew. Glad that's over. Alright, yeah, we're getting... Oh, sweet baby Jesus, it's already been an hour, that's for sure. That's all I know. That's all I know. An hour and 2 minutes. AI slides down from the seat next to mine, sighing as well. Although, as always, she has no expression on her face. I guess I've already gotten used to it after all this time being around her. AI. She turns to look at me, but to my disappointment, I see absolutely no emotion in her clear blue eyes.
I was hella nervous there. I swear next time I'm gonna kick Kagori's butt.
Blah blah blah. Yes, you think you'll do that.
Hey, what do you think? I know I'll be able to do it.
Yeah, I'm right. Simiki puts one hand on AI's shoulder, patting her gently. AI, are you alright? Not surprisingly, she receives nothing but a nod. Our team writer gives me a worried look, which I dismay with a thumbs up. I know AI, and AI is much stronger than that. She was really brave earlier, and I think that's the very least I can do right now, is to allow her to rest. If only I could, I would definitely remove her from the equation earlier though. It was mine and Kagori's battle, not AI's, and I definitely don't want her to get involved in a warring ship, blah blah blah. For the longest time, Kagori and I have always been bumping heads with each other. I didn't really care about before, but now that he's gotten to other people involved, I don't care. I don't think I can simply ignore it now. If only I could still change a few things, nothing too drastic, or, of course, maybe just between me and Kagori, or a few other things. Anything to stop this mess that I don't even know how I got myself into. If only I had the power to protect my friends. I glanced at AI before glancing down at my hands. If only. And that's where the demo was ended, so I keep continuing on that. Oh my god, that shit was so long, man. Oh my god. But we haven't close to the 2 hour mark. But whatever. I'm gonna quick save this in case anyways. Blah 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 blah. Hey, alright, later that day I decided to walk AI home. She thanks me for standing up to her earlier. Hey, there you go. I want to ask her why she did it, but I don't have the guts to do so. Maybe I should start doing some training on how to be more courageous. I wonder, oh I like this. I wonder, is there even such a thing? Is it okay? AI's soft voice snaps me out of my thoughts. What is it? You walking me home? Come to think of it, until now I still don't know where she lives. Nor does she know mine. But that's beside the point. Yeah, sure, no problem. Dots. Hey, where do you stay? Dots. My house is actually near here, maybe like a 20-minute walk. Dots. If you're near, we might be even neighbors or something. I'm not. Oh, then, how will we get to your house? You're not coming. But why not? I told you, it's cool. My parents won't even notice anyway. And Sumiki already knows. Because I'll be taking the bus. Oh, June. Oh, but that is kind of funny, though. The force in her voice surprises me a little bit, causing me to lose my train of thought. Okay, I understand. Dots. Things fall silent between us again, the seconds of passing time feeling more like tiny fervors in length. I rack my mind to think of something else to say other than the question lingering in my head, but I'm coming up blank. Finally, I sigh, giving up. I have to ask it anyway sooner or later, so why not ask it now? Hey, dots. Why did you defend me earlier? AI slowly turns her head away from me. For a few seconds, I worry that she may not be interested in answering my question. When she does reply, however, her voice is soft that I can barely hear it. Because I'm tired of it. Tired of what? People bullying other people. Another question pops into my head, but I'm not sure if it's alright to ask without her being offended. Still, I decide to ask her anyway. Have you ever had an experience like that? Bullying, I mean? She just stares out at the distance, her gaze unfocused. I've seen it before. People discriminating others just because they're different. You have? Is it rampant in America? I'm not from America. It's not a rare phenomenon though. Wherever one may come from. Yeah, I guess so. Even here, we have them. I hate people like those. Bullies? Bullies and people who discriminate others. Just because someone is different from you, doesn't that you have the right to judge them? You're right. No one has the right to do that, no matter how different someone may be. What do you think? Her sudden question takes me aback. I hurriedly backtrack into my thoughts, wondering what she's asking about. Of what? Being different. What do you think of it? I like being different. It's good to belong. I'm gonna quick say this. Shut up. I'm just kidding. I like being different. Yeah, I like being different, man. I don't really care. To my surprise, AI smiles. Isn't it that smashing? Isn't that smashing? Oh snap. The smile on her face while saying that alarms me quite a bit as I look around me. What's the meaning? What's so smashing? Where is it? She shakes her head, a smile still on her face. I embrace my uniqueness as well. But she pauses, looking deep in thought. The only thing I don't like about being different is that people tend to judge things they don't understand. Yes, thank you, AI. Oh my goodness gracious. And sometimes being different means that you really understand, huh? Yes. Well, of course they'll judge it. After all, they don't understand it. AI tilts her head slightly. Some strands of her hair fall in at the side of her face. I get an urge to brush it off, but I stop myself firmly. I don't quite understand. Why will they judge things if they don't understand it? Why will they do that? I put one hand in front of my face as I grin at her. See, that's exactly the point. What you're doing now is questioning me right now, right? And you're doing it right because you don't understand what I said. So you keep asking questions about it because you want to understand it. Dots. But I'm not judging you. Yes, but it could lead to that. Imagine if you continue questioning me, but still didn't receive any answers from me. What would you have thought? Perhaps something that's completely different from what I meant, Now replace what I meant with my entire self, and you get the picture. She hangs her head, clearly embarrassed. But what was the reason? I don't really know. Hey, what's wrong? Dots. Me. Are you saying I just judge people who judge others? The irony in what she said is so funny to me that I'm always tempted to laugh. Only the sadness in her voice stops me from doing it. You're not wrong, AI. Some people judge others because that's them. Maybe they're bored, or maybe they just have nothing better to do than make up completely wild claims about people they know nothing about. They're rotten, and it sucks what they're doing, but there's nothing we can do about it. Not that we have something to do about it. We don't? I shake my head enthusiastically as I smiled at her. Nope. We don't have to care about them at all. Yeah, June. I'd rather be happy while being talked about by judgmental people with no lives than to be sad because I have to change myself to fit into what they what they want. If you're happy with who you are, then why change it, right? Even if you're so different? I nod as she looks at me wide-eyed. There's something about her rare reaction that feels very endearing to me. Oh, new music backgrounds, hooray! Alright, hold on, let me get water first. If you're different, that means you're unique. If you're unique, that means you're irreplaceable. And if you're definitely irreplaceable in my team, AI. Aww, that's cute. Oh, she's blushing, we got that. And dots. AI just stares at me as I see a vein of him pink slowly start to spread across her cheeks. She whips her head towards the other direction, avoiding my gaze. Seeing her do makes me suddenly feel embarrassed. My own cheeks heating up as well. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, what did that just say? She speaks all of a sudden. We're at the bus stop. Thanks for walking with me. Yeah, sure. Air starts walking towards the bus, which just happened to arrive right at time. Before she boards, however, she looks back at me again. And not for judging. I watch as she gets on the bus. I watch even as the bus starts to move away from the stop. I watch even as the bus disappears into the corner. Then I turn around, beginning my suddenly long and lonely way back home. You just said it was near. Well, 20-minute walk, whatever. We walk back at the club room again, doing our best to stick to our schedule. For this week, we plan to go past the first boss battle and the first interaction between some other major characters that haven't been revealed yet. What I love the most about these kinds of RPG hybrids is it's always exciting to watch the story unravel. Unravel, girl! No, I'm just kidding. The story unravel as you play your way to end of your adventure. Story is always one of the things that I watch for in these games. Yes, thank you. And anime, man, and anime that I always watch for those type of things as well. No matter how good the gameplay may be, I don't really care if it's if there's no purpose to doing it. Why do things if there's no end goal in mind? Isn't that simply a great waste of time, and time that could be spent elsewhere? Hey, have you finished organizing the assets for the scenes before the first boss battle? Yeah, I put them in one folder. By the way, I renamed them too, to make it easier to locate them. Ah, gotcha. Thanks for the heads up. Gotta replace the in-cane goats too. Oh, right. Okay, do your best. You too, man. I nod as Takahara goes back to his computer. I go back to my own work, organizing more files and mapping out branching scenes. For almost 2 hours now, the only sounds that can be heard is the whole room are faint rhythmic beating of music, the rampant typing of the keyboards, and the pencil lead scratching on paper. The last sound makes me smile. I guess it wouldn't hurt to check up on her. Standing up, oh, wait, what? Okay, whatever. I thought it was gonna be some Mickey or something, like typing, whatever, you know what, unscrew it, probably CG. Standing up, I head over to AI, who always is concentrated in her work, that she doesn't even notice me coming. Even as I stand right next to her, it doesn't seem like she's become aware of my presence. I lean over on the couch as I sighed. I smiled, playing on my lips, She looks so comfy. I feel guilty as much I attempt to talk to her, potentially disturbing her. She got her legs tucked underneath her as she draws on her sketchpad, lazily leading her pencil to create magic on paper. I decided just to watch her slightly as she does her work, containing myself with this. At this point in time, I already memorized her process. First, she draws some first drafts on her sketchpad. Next, she does the final versions, even going as far as the usual, using the color palette to ensure that colors look good together. Lastly, she traces them digitally and then continues her work from there, occasionally looking back at her finalized sketch as a reference. Everything about her process is amazing, from start to finish. What's even more amazing is how she completely loves on what she's doing. Even now, as she works on her sketchpad, her dedication to her art is pretty obvious. I smile as I look at the current drawing. It seems to be a sprite for a male hero in the game, one of the major characters who are yet to be revealed. The way he's drawn, the detail in his hair and outfit and the sparkling in his eyes, everything about the sprite, it looks too mesmerizing. Like all the other drawings is phenomenal as always. Why are you looking at it like that? Ah! Oh, we get a new space expression. That's funny. Actually, I hit the floor with a thud as I fall back on in surprise. I had just been so focused while looking at her sketchpad that I didn't even notice that AI already looking at me. Oh, she has a cute little face, a nervous face. That's funny. Ow. Everyone else in the room didn't even seem to notice anything. Yuri probably just mistook it as another beat to her music. Took hours too focused to even notice, and while Sumiki did glance up with a frown and looked around, it didn't seem like she realized what she just heard. Well, I did fall on the floor behind the couch after all. Only AI is looking at me, yet her face is still devoid of any expression. Should I be hurt, or... She reaches out one hand towards me, and I take it grumbling. Are you fine? Yeah, looks like nothing's broken, thankfully. Why are you behind the couch anyway? To my surprise, she suddenly narrows her eyes. What are you on about, Jun Misushima? Oh, you used the phone there. Excuse me, I gotta use water. I probably gotta refill this soon anyways. Gonna play probably Nazi zombies after this. Hey, don't look at me so suspiciously. I was just watching you draw, okay? She gives me a curious look. Watching me draw? Why would you watch me draw? Her question is pretty simple one, yet I feel my face start to go hot as I think of something to say. Well, what if a random stranger just, watch your jaw? Wouldn't that be weirder?
That takes the biscuit. But you're weird too.
I was just checking if you're really working on the art.
Why would I not work on the art? Isn't that my job?
Yeah, but...
What are you on about, Jun Mizushima?
I smile sheepishly, feeling extremely embarrassed now. There's no way out of, to admit the truth. I just wanted to watch you draw, that's all. To my surprise, she nods.
That's a better answer.
What does she mean by that? Without another word, she goes back to her work, shading and detailing the the male character once again. That one major character, that's one of the major male characters, isn't it?
Yeah, he is.
Sorry, he.
When you say it, I feel like you're saying that he isn't alive. But he's alive, you see.
I look into the sparkling eyes of her drawing, and I faintly, just faintly, I think I can feel what AI is talking about. Yeah, I know, sorry. I know he's got a life on his own. He's a soldier, isn't he? With a wife and kids. But lost his kids in the war many years back. Yeah, looks at me thoughtfully, her own sapphire eyes seemingly sparkling. His youngest child survived. Oh right, he did, but the soldier lost him and now he's looking for him. Looking for the final reason why he's still wanting to live in the world where everybody doesn't. Dots. Your imagination is brilliant as always. Yours isn't too bad either.
Ever tried helping Sumiki with some things?
Shh, don't say that. I glance at Sumiki who's busy at working at the script. Oh, they're flirting a little bit. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. On her script. Man, I don't think she even noticed that her name was even mentioned at all. She can handle it on her own.
If you say so.
Thanks for the compliment, though.
The truth is not a compliment.
She stares at me for a few seconds before going back to her work. Oh well, it's about time I go back to mine anyway. Today, we're back to the idea board. We already planned out most of the games, but there's still some things to look much better in the theory than execution. And when I say much better, I mean much, much better. That's way brainstorming is still necessary at certain points, even if technicality, we already have an outline written for those parts. Besides checking about things, even if they've already been planned out, it's vital to ensure the quality of the work. Alright, you know what? I think I'm gonna leave it off for right now, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in for the stream of Chuunibyou Cannot Be Cured. We're gonna find out till next time. So without further ado, guys, I hope you guys have a good night, good evening, good wonderful wherever you're from. So peace out and sign out. Hope to see you guys in Nazi Zombies. Bye bye!